So we are going to be a change maker by developing flourishing business model, supporting the sustainable development goals of the United Nations. So now let's see. Let me introduce you to the Center for Sustainability Mindset and Social Responsibility, CSMSR. Discovery Journey, here we go. Okay, just a little bit of introduction. I'm from ITB and University of Colorado at Boulder, and I got my doctoral degree from Strategic Management, Universitas Indonesia. I'm now in IBMI International Business School, of course, and of course, the most important thing is a wife and mother of 4 boys. So, what is the topic? How to create innovative social impact ideas and make it sure that it's sustainable mindset always embedded. Okay, let me start with the very foundation. Okay, business should not have a struggle of choosing whether they want to do social impact or they want to go for the profit, because we can do it in a very out of the box way, yes, by using the model of business as an agent of world benefit. So this is not CSR as the way we thought before. When we hear the word CSR, we thought, oh my God, spending money. Yeah, this is not. Yeah, this is strategic social impact, strategic CSR, and it is embedded in the business model. So business is doing well by doing good. So most of the time people say, no, you have to choose. Either you want to do social things or you want to do profitable things. Well, we have done the research and then we have come up with so many case studies, yeah, written by the students of IBMI International Business School, saying that you can really radically innovate the way your business works in terms of doing CSR, but embedded in your business model. So this is the flourishing concept. Yeah. So this is not just about knowing, but this is more about the being side. As we are the human being, we are not the human doing, remember? It's about the being. So it is spiritual and it is hands-on, and it's only possible through strategic transformation of our business model. So this is not about how you spend money, remember? It's about how you earn money. So you change your business model and you make sure this life cycle analysis, you're showing impact, social impact, environmental impact, starting from the cradle, from the very first baby project, from the cradle. So this is really something. Okay, now let's see this video. I don't know whether we can all see it. Can you see it? the challenge that the corporate is facing is really tough. There's more demanding consumers, competitive, differentiation, and lots of people, the non-government organization is trying to find all these mistakes that you're doing and then really make it viral on the internet, and then everyone is really looking whether you're doing a good job or not. Okay, that becomes a big challenge, and that means you need to have a good strategic in every way. You have to have a good HR strategic approach. You have to have a good corporate governance standard. You have to have a good globalization approach, and also you have to increase the good reputation. So you can imagine we can see that the Sustainable Development Goals is really something that is summarizing the whole problem in our planet in 17 goals. So those 17 goals, who are going to be supporting this? It has to be everyone, including you and me and everyone here. So how do we do it? Yes, by making sure the social impact is embedded in whatever you do. So we need to understand the global goals. We have to have a broader mind and perception, and we have to be able to transform with this new mindset that business should be back to its philosophy. What is the philosophy? It's about serving. It's about virtue. It's about really becoming agent for the world benefit. Yeah. So if you're saying that, that is something impossible, how are we going to make social impact and making money? Okay, guys, I have done this to the IPME students here, undergraduate degree, by giving them only $30, $30. That means for Indonesian rupiah is only 400,000. And guess what? They are making profitable business. 10 times the initial investment in 2 months. In 2 months, can you imagine? Let me show you I hope this time you can hear the music. This is the orange, inside is the jelly. So they are using the orange peel as the packaging. So it's zero waste. And this one is doing business selling plants for internal office needs. So it's producing oxygen. This one is making wallet and bags out of coffee sachet. So they are not wasting anything. And this group is making sure everyone is using the tumbler, refillable tumbler. So no one is using the plastic cup. And there's yet another group of undergraduate students who's doing vertical garden business. So even though you live in an apartment building, you still can have a beautiful garden. So this is my class, and they have proven it. They can do business with only $30 US, and they are profitable. So if they can do it, I bet all of us can do it, right? So what is the message behind this? In whatever you do, think in your mind, the people. How are we going to give this virtue, meaning, calling for everyone around us? So the engagement becomes the heart and the soul. And how do we give good social impact to everyone and then environmental impact at the same time? So this is what we call strategic social impact. Some people say it's corporate shared values. Strategic CSR is about us trying to do the best in everything that we do as part of the business player. So whatever the business that we are aiming at, this is very much possible. So it's not just philanthropy, it's not just giving away money donation, but it is embedded in the business model. So what happened with the old business way of doing things? Just maximizing shareholders' value? It's only short-term orientation, and it is for sure going to be in the long run having a failure. Why? You can see there are so many watchdogs around. Yes, there are so many, yes, non-governmental organizations ready to take your video. Remember the story about sweatshop Nike? They make it viral. Some university had a picket line. They don't want to wear anymore this brand because it is using the sweatshop approach. So the factory is like a jail. They cannot even go to the restroom. So what happened with this video? It becomes viral. Everyone is looking at it. And what happened to the reputation? Down the tube. What happened to the share? Values, of course, it is impacted. So there's no way to go. So we have to follow. Yeah, this is the new system, the new way of doing business. Okay, so you can see in the core business operation, you should have a high degree of control. It's a very high degree of health and safety, a very good waste management system, very efficient consumption of water. There are very good programs for workers and family to make them very happy and engaged and having their passion, linking their, ideas with the values of the company, and then it creates this high engagement and development. And this is what we call internal corporate responsibility. And how about our business partners? We make sure that we choose the right one with a very high label standards. We have the one that is clean, no bribery, there's no social inequity, and then operational excellence always, and they are really respecting the indigenous people's rights, because who you choose as your partner will be influencing your reputation. And of course, you should also have a very good influence to the environment. Remember how Body Shop is having a very high standard? Yes, they are really making sure that they have also direct influence to the environment. Yes, and finally, a business we will think that they don't have power for the government, but if you are the business as an agent for work benefit, now you have the power. Yeah, you can really influence when you do things right. Okay, so you can see here, it's all about internal CSR, inside internal your company, and the external CSR, which is the influence toward the external areas of your corporation. So all this thing, the internal and external CSR, this is what we call good corporate governance. So can you see that? It is all together in a very beautiful virtue of life. Oh, so our challenge is to change the story about business from being best in the world. So all this time people are saying that I want to become the best in the world, yeah? But now we're changing it to be the best for the world. Do you agree with that? Come and look right down in the chat. Do you agree that we have to shift from the best in the world to become the best for the world. Let me see at the chat. Come on, write down, write down. Do you agree? Do you agree that this has to be starting now? Because otherwise it's too late. Thank you, Muhammad Naufal. You say you strongly agree. Mutiara, you said yes, yes, yes. Big agree. Very good. Okay, Jana Vitova, of course. Yes, I like that. Okay, Randy and everyone is saying yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay. So this is a very different story now. Before we're talking about problem solving, now we see everything in a positive way. Yeah, we don't see problems. We appreciate people for what they are doing, good things already. And we appreciate by using appreciative inquiry approach. And we focus on how to make this positive grow even bigger and bigger and bigger. So do you agree that we go from looking at the negative, we go and shift to looking at the how we should appreciate these positive things already happening by using the appreciative inquiry approach. Do you agree? Come on, write down in the chat, write down in the chat. Yeah? Yes, look at that. This is what you can do. If you agree with me, that means all of us, we can be a change maker. We can be a change maker. How do you do that? Now we are inviting you from IBMI International Business School. Let's make our two individual commitment. First, area of full control. This is something I can do for myself. I don't need anyone because if I choose to do it, I can do it. For example, okay, I will start to use my own tumbler. I would never use those plastic cup that needs 1,000 years to biodegrade. You can imagine our planet will be full with plastic cups soon, or maybe already now. And maybe you can add, you know what, I will be very efficient in my daily habits. I will make sure that my carbon footprint, I will be scrutinizing my activities and making sure I'm a good global citizen. That is something you can do for yourself. So you can write it down and you post it in the social media. And then Nailul Fauziah and Ibu Sidroton Naim with me today will write down in the chat and in the Q&A on how you should post it in the Instagram, Facebook, and what else? All these other social media using the hashtag. So they will write it down on the chat. And once you do the posting, share us the link. So there will be a special voucher for those of you who becomes the one who is doing the campaign through the social media. And add also area of influence. This is something that should be done that we could do together, but I cannot do it alone. So I need to talk to others, I need to convince others, and then educate, maybe communicate, and this is something you can create together. So maybe you can say, oh, you know what, I'm gonna implement in my office that there should not be any plastic utensils, probably. Or in my school, I would have a new regulation that everyone should bring their own tumbler, okay? And then it has to be together in a group so that it can be a regulation of the school, for example. And also please share on how to post it in social media. You can see it from Nailul Fauzia and Ibu Sidratul Naim here. They will share on how you should share this in the social media, and then you will be the influencer through your social media, and we will give you the voucher for a free sit-in for our business school in IBMI International Business School, Jakarta, Indonesia. So I'm taking this from a work from Rima Nokzi and Carol Castle. This is very beautiful. It's about how someone should have a holistic approach. So this is when you make a decision, you have to see it from all different aspects: ecological worldview, system perspective, emotional intelligence, and spiritual intelligence. And all this perspective comes with the knowledge, the value, and the doing part. So it's not only the thinking, it's also the being and the doing. So you can see what is the implication. Implication is we have to transform the way we work in business. Everything should be from not just thinking, but from the heart. From all this holistic perspective, value, yeah, compassion. And then you have to have the contemplative practice, such as mindfulness. And ask yourself, what have I been doing for this planet? What have I done to the social community around me? So what if I die tomorrow? Would I leave some legacy? And you can imagine this needs lots of intrapersonal thinking. This is a spiritual intelligence by itself. Yes, so you can imagine this is how we have to make sure that the sustainability mindset is not just a knowledge, it's not just a knowing, but it is the being, because we are human being. We are not called human doing. We're not, right? But we are human being because we are a spiritual person. And without this, we don't have the soul. So you can imagine, by doing this social impact in business, we start to have this soul coming back to us. Usually before, once we go to the office, we leave our soul at home and we start to exploit everything just to make the double-digit growth possible. But for now, this is impossible. We have to make sure that it's aligned, because human beings, they need meaning. They need to leave a legacy. They need to have this very, what do you call, calling, yeah? Like when you're doing your job, it's like you have this enthusiasm, right? So the good news is, when you solve the world's pain points, it is about an opportunity of business. So now you don't have to choose. When you do social, it's not about losing money, okay? It's about earning money. But the intention is, I want to solve the world's pain points. And I'm focusing to all the positive side that is already happening. And I would like to do more on that side, appreciative inquiry. And this is where the $6 trillion opportunity is waiting for you. So let me show you this video. I don't know whether it's on. Yes, this is a movement that we are here together. From IPMI International Business School, we already have 257 case studies of real business implementing the social impact and environmental impact and becomes profitable. So this is not...
Aim to Flourish is this storytelling platform about
just a theory.
Business for good. And we basically now have an army of students globally who are going out and uncovering as detectives these amazing innovations that are happening in their community.
So it almost becomes like the Wall Street Journal of business as an agent of world benefit. That is a go-to place for the latest news, but also good analysis and good knowledge.
It's a place for consumers to use their buying dollars to invest in companies that are doing good in the world. It's a place for investors to look to find out about innovations in Argentina or Indonesia that are making the world a better place.
My commitment is to see Aim to Flourish change the conversation around the world about business as an agent for good.
Business started as an activity that was connected with a real need.
What's different and somewhat magical about this is it's a student-led initiative. We have business schools all over the world that are teaching their students about the UN's global goals. And the students go out as detectives and find a business that is innovating in some way matched up with those global goals.
Students are really fascinating. They have limitless potential, they have an unbiased view, and they have a strong voice. They're so confident.
We are the future. We are...
It makes them really look at the subjects not as a matter of passing the grades or not, but it's more like, this is my calling, you know.
I mean, hearing all the different stories of all the different companies that are around the world doing really cool, innovative stuff has set my life on a different trajectory.
Apart from having interactions with different kinds of top people, entrepreneurs, I really enjoyed the learning process outside college.
That's amazing. I want all the students around the world to hear about it and getting inspired and getting as thrilled as I was when I heard about it. So
I think the world is tired, is weary of stories that lead to despair, and Aim to Flourish is thriving with all of these innovations that are addressing the most pressing challenges in the world in a profitable and joyful way.
And so I know if we start applying more positive solutions to the very real problems we have, we can actually heal the world.
I can't wait to look back 30 years from now and say we were part of one of the most important transformational moments in human history.
This is a platform that matters.
It not only elevates the conversation globally about business, but it changes the future business leaders at the same time. I can't think of a more worthy endeavor for us to invest into.
So let me share to you, these are some of the stories that IPMI International Business School students have written, and you can see all this gives us a very good examples of how you can make very good profit because you're doing good things. Yeah. So we can see that this corporation, they will not start a new business model unless it is embedded in the model, the high value supporting the global goals. Yeah, at least one of the sustainable development goals of the United Nations. This is just one example from my student in IPMI International Business School. And he was like having this, what do you call that? You know, like changing his life. He said, you know what, ma'am? You know, it's kind of like a life-changing situation for me. Like my paradigm shifted. And I'm saying, unless the business model is embedded with the sustainable direction of conducting business, where social and green innovation becomes part of the nucleus of my business model, I will for sure will not start the business. So he would only be doing good business. And this is how he has gone through this detective experience and then got this new, you know, perspective that, oh my gosh, what have I done all this time? You know, I've been doing this business, not following my conscience, and I'm not happy about it. So he would only make sure that he is going to do this in the perspective of flourishing business. Okay, so, and I'm sure all of you knows about SDG, right? So number 1 is about no poverty, of course. And guess what? I'll give you a story of Unilever. You know, all of you know Unilever, right? And in Indonesia, they have this line of soy sauce. And guess what they did? They chose this very, very less fortunate farmers in Central Java. And they are teaching them on how to do plantation of soy seeds, but they're using the best. Yeah, this is Malika, the name, and it is coming from a research center of Gajah Mada University. This is our world-class university in Jogja. And the way they do it, they are guaranteeing that the farmers will be bought all this soy during harvest time. It will be bought above the market price. And guess what happened? It is becoming a legend, word of mouth. One, the farmers, before they were illiterate, now because of this supply chain, the valuable way of their setting up the supply chain, they are now able to send their kids to college. They can make their own newspapers, and they are becoming empowered. And so Unilever, they become the enabler. And then what happened to the soy sauce? It becomes, the market share is growing up, and now it is the leader in the market of soy sauce. So it's ending poverty alleviation, at the same time making money. Okay, number 2 is zero hunger. So my student had this business of organic rice. So his mother passed away. It was very sad because he could not afford to buy organic rice. Do you know that the organic rice here used to be very, very, very expensive? Because it's not using any pesticide, it's not using anything, so it needs to, you know, it is very lucrative. But because of this, my student said, I'm going to start a business where organic rice must be affordable. So he came up with this business model. It is triple the size of the, during harvest time. And then the price becomes affordable. So that is ending hunger at the same time making money. Yeah. And so there are so many other examples when people can radically innovate a business model where the more they do business, the more they do good. And it becomes the word of mouth, everyone talking about it, and then it is giving a very good reputation to your company. So you can see there's well-being. Number 3 is about well-being. Number 4, it's about education. Number 5, it's about gender equality. Yes. Number 6 is about good sanitation. And you can see the list on and on and on. And it's covering almost all the social and environmental problems. So if you can make sure that you come up with a good idea, you can be a change maker. Yes, you can be a change maker. At least you can be part of the number 17, which is partnership for the goals. Oh, I forgot that I have all this beautiful thing here. Yes, the number 2 is, remember, it's no hunger. I have a number 3, it's good health and well-being. I have number 4, which is quality education. Can you see it? Yeah? Can you see it there? Okay. Number 13, that is climate action. Can you see my video? I don't know whether they can see my video. No? So I'm flashing this card for nothing? Oh my gosh. Yes? Yes? Oh, okay. Can you see me flashing the cards? Oh, you can see, good. Already. At least I'm not doing something useless, right? So number 16 is very important for Indonesia. You know why? Because it's about peace, justice, and strong institutions. We have to eradicate corruption. For now, it's a big problem in our country. So, but we are sure with this virtue everyone's talking about, people will be clean. Yes, we have high hopes for this. And number 17 is partnership for the goals. Partnership for the goals. So we cannot work alone. So no wonder, make your area of control and area of influence. I think Nailul will share the form through chat or Q&A. And so you can use the form and then you can post it in your social media and then tell the world you are going to do something about this. So you are not just passive, but you become a change maker. So you write down your individual area of control and area of influence. Okay, so why do we have to talk about this? Social responsibility, being good. Yes, because now this is very important. For those of you who are taking talent management class, we are now transformed, yeah? Business globally has transformed the key business process into strategic capabilities to facilitate the change from product to service capabilities. Let's say we have a product, high tech and everything. Well, other competitors at the same time will have even better technology. But how do we bundle this up? It's with the soul, yeah? The soul, the DNA, the people, the man behind the gun, the service capabilities, competition. This is something, as I have mentioned before in my class, not here, it has this VRIO impact, V-R-I-O. V is valuable, R is rare, I is inimitable, very, very difficult to imitate because it's about who you are. Yes, it's embedded in your culture, in the DNA, in how you think. Yeah, and the O is when it is organized, it becomes a competitive advantage. Yes, so people has become the main asset. It's not the $1 billion machine, but it's the people, because this is the one that has the soul. Yeah, like if you are very highly intelligent, AI will beat you, but AI does not have a soul. So this is where your uniqueness is. Yeah, so we need, if you want to survive as a business, we need to define the optimum balance between social, environmental, and economic factor for short and long-term performance. That means all this has to be embedded in your company's culture. Yeah, it should be part of your strategic approach. Otherwise, you will gain profit, but only short term. Okay, so this is now talking about good corporate governance. It becomes part of your culture. So when you're doing your HR approach, you have to make sure that everyone is brainwashed into thinking the same way. Yeah, and it becomes this increasingly important part of the business strategy. Good corporate culture and human resource capability are major determinant of a company's success or failure. So what we are talking now is not just about philanthropy. It's about the life and death of your business. So you have to find the soul. You have to make it, vividly. It's embedded in the culture of your company, and it creates the reputation. Okay, so this is the intangible element, and then this is the corporate reputation. So when you're talking about intangible things, 10 minutes left, okay, we should do very quick then. So what do we do? The strategy should be the 3 Ps again, and then it should be radically innovative, and then making sure everyone is influenced with this new way of thinking. Now we're looking at this business, for example, plastic made of tapioca. So the more they do make plastic bags, the more they do good. Yeah, all these are examples of very good examples of business model. The more they do business, the more they do good. So what is our challenge for the group challenge for now? We need to change the mindset. We need to be the pioneer. We need to support the global goals. We need to do a breakthrough action, not the old way of doing business. We have to make a social impact and environmental friendly, at the same time profitable. So this is the collaboration possibilities. We have to explore these possibilities, and then you have to propose a flourishing business, and then associate your business model with the global goals, and participate and post it in your social media. For example, you're saying that, oh, in my line of business, now we are incorporating these new ideas. So that the more you do this business, the more you do good. And please share the link with us to the international.office. I think Nailul will also post it in the chat. We will give you the voucher for campaigning and becoming a change maker with us. Yes. So this is the project. Become the change accelerators. You submit the idea of business model with innovation, and then we are hoping to receive it by March 24. And then we want to give you one very fun example. Okay, this is a business of tourism, and then you will together see how beautiful it is when they are trying to help the community by enabling them to be part of the tourism player industry. And at the end of the beautiful scenery, we will dance together with the dance of Batak Toba Tortor. Okay, so we will start together.
75,000 years ago, the biggest eruption on this planet centered in this land that changed and reformed our Mother Earth. And the evolution started until we are here, human. The first civilization was initiated in this land 2,500 years ago. It is one of the most historic places in Indonesia. The land of old soul and the untold wisdom. A place we call home. This enchanted land, these traditions have so many secrets for our life. We are here now to be blessed by the land.
Oh, Bulajari, sangat digodo au. Walpuru dalan ni tu akka na marbisuki. Oh, rongan. Sai tangi rona. Sai gorong yau. Rapdo kita di Portivion. Boras! Boras! Boras!
And now, this is the time to reveal our truth. To be one within and to discover the wonder of life.
This is the beautiful Toba, and this is in North Sumatra. And then how they change it into a tourism business where everyone is invited to join and experience even the dance, which is very beautiful. And then all of you, please join us. You stand up and then turn on your video and make sure you follow all this dance ritual from Tortoise, North Sumatra, and experience this new tourism which has empowered the local community and then is teaching us on how to be grateful and how to be one with nature. So get ready, right after this video, we will experience together
this hunger and this heartbeat.
Yeah, this heartbeat of Toba. So for those of you somewhere there in Europe, come and visit us, the heartbeat of Toba, and experience wonderful Indonesia. So get ready guys, come on, stand up. Make sure you stand up and see. This is the Tortoise dancing. Come on guys, everyone. Yes, can you stand up? And then try to do, yes, the movement. Come on. Can you do that? Yes. Can you do the movement together? This is the Tortoise. Yes, you can move around. And I'm having trouble with it. Okay, this is the way you are going to be welcome when you come to Toba, and then you can visit the Samosir Island, and then you can enjoy the beauty of Lake Toba. Yes. Can you do the dance? Come on. Everyone, dance. Yeah. If you can print screen your video and send it to us, it will be fun to see you dancing. Okay, come on. Everyone. Experience the Tortoise dancing. Yeah, this is to welcome everyone to be part of the Toba Samosir experience and be one with nature. Okay, so thank you very much for joining us this evening. Thank you from Sydney International Business School. We wish you to become the change maker and start the change that we need, so that we can keep enjoying our Mother Earth. Thank you very much, everyone.